It's an absolutely horrendous night for the 1st of August. I'm having to sleep in the car. I'm at Kilhone in Ardnamurchan. There was no room at the inn. At least I got a meal. They felt sorry for me, I think. One of the pound signs. No, I said to them, any accommodation? They said, no, we're fully booked. It was a long drive from Argyll. I've walked it before from Ardnamurchan Lighthouse to Salin and then up to Lochmoidert and stuff. A long way. Well over 50 miles I walked that time a couple of years back, 3 years ago maybe. Yeah. And no, it was 2 years ago. Amazing. But driving it was a completely different kettle of fish. Oh, it was horrendous. Every twist and turn and the road is not very good condition. It was second gear, 20 mile an hour. It took me 1 hour 40 minutes to drive 44 miles from Argyll to Kilhone. Somebody said that was quite good. But yeah, so I'm in the car sleeping. Well, I'm not sleeping, I'm talking. But it's absolutely pissing it down. I met Rain at Glencoe. I don't know why I came up with Glencoe. I should have went to Oban and crossed at Craigmuir, but in the ferry. But I thought it'd be quite expensive with the car. I might have to go back that way. I thought it'd be expensive to take the car over that journey, so I just came up by Glencoe and took one ferry at Argyll. You know, from Nether Lochaber over to Argyll, and the rain was absolutely teeming down all the way, driving in that rain. Yeah, it's been quite a journey. I didn't set off until 3:15 from home. I've been like a bit jumpy and emotional today, I don't know. Like that last 24 hours, I think it's a new moon in Leo. I always blame the new moon. But the planets do affect me, the astrology does affect me. I'm alright, I'm just a bit depressed today though. I've been depressed. I don't mind admitting it to anyone. I think we all get depressed sometimes, but it's quite a lingering depression. So I'm on my way to Iona, that's the plan. Yeah, I just wanted to get away from home territory for a couple of days. I didn't expect to be sleeping in my car, but I'm alright because as I say to people, my psychic sense that I have, I brought my, you can't see it because there's no light in this camera. I'm not starting the car to put a light on inside. Yeah, I've got my duvet. Well, it's not a duvet, it's a sleeping bag. So imagine bringing a sleeping bag without a tent, but although I've slept outside without a tent before, many times. Yeah. Yeah, I actually thought I slept under somebody's car when I was in France, but turns out it wasn't the case. I found a notebook with a detailed notebook of my itinerary. I was down in the south of France, and apparently I said for years that I slept underneath the car, but the car door was open. The boot was open, I think, and I got in through the back. So I slept in a car before. I slept in a lot of cars, but I wasn't planning to sleep in a car tonight. But there we go. That's what happens when you don't book ahead in high season. Ah, that rain's just stopped. Good. Sometimes it does that on the west coast. It comes in pulses, and when it does come along, it can be horrendous. But yeah, it's different kind of rain up in the west, next to the sea. It's always different rain. So I got a meal, steak pie, vegetables and potatoes. It was quite nice. And then I got a juice. I said to the girl, I says, the whole point of accommodation actually was not really the comfort of sleeping. It was to get my camera charged and my phone charged. So I said, if you give me a bit of lemon, do you mind if I bring my stuff in and get them charged? And she did. She said that would be fine, so worth asking. And then there was a nice bunch of people were in at one table, and they were quite chatty to me. They were quite interested in my conversations and stuff. You know, it's nice to be nice. But yeah, they were all from England. But they were nice people. But they were certainly hammering the drink down. I think they were surprised that I was sipping a glass of bitter lemon. Felt like one of those holiday makers that used to come coach tours when I used to be in reception. They used to drink one glass of sherry all night. The rain's settled a wee bit. I'm in the car park at Kilhoan, and I'm about 5 minutes drive from the ferry terminal in the morning. So I'm rather hoping that the milkman or the newspapers or whoever does, well, I don't think it'll be newspaper deliveries, they won't come till 3 o'clock in the afternoon up this direction. But there's a bus, school buses sitting behind me, so hopefully the driver's got an early start, an early shift, and he starts about 7, but I'll probably not get a lot of sleep actually in here with the rain. And I'll probably wake up about daylight. But I'm in my bed early. I mean it's only 11 o'clock. I wouldn't go to my bed until 12 or 1 o'clock. So hence why I'm chatting to the camera. I don't want to chat too much because I need to keep my battery for Iona. I've been to Iona before, right enough, but it was worked out the day. That was 2007, August 2007. It was an absolutely cracking day, boiling hot. I take a coach from I've taken a boat and coach paid for in Oban, and this time I'm driving all the way. Well, not to Iona. You can't take a car over unless you get special permission. But I've been up to Fingal's Cave and stuff as well. Is it Fingal's Cave? No, it's not Fingal's Cave. Is it Staffa? We're on Staffa. Where Mendelssohn wrote his suite, bobbing about the water. There's a lot of Victorians used to visit these places. Wordsworth and Burns previously, he's done a lot of tramping about as well. Yeah. And the rain's off. Something very therapeutic about raindrops on your car roof when you're stationary. And, yeah, I've been, I don't know, kind of a funny kind of sense. I think it's because my summer's been stolen away from me. I feel that summer's not happened for me this year. It was 1 minute it was spring and I was full of the joys, and I took unwell in the middle of June, and I was up in the hills in the beginning of June. It took me an hour near Lochernhead, near Vinvorlichen, and the heat got to me. I was burnt quite badly. I forgot my sunscreen, but I don't think that caused any illness. I think it was just, I think my body crashed. I think there's a lot of things going on, and my body just crashed. And I've taken ages to recover from it, but I am recovering. I started eating again properly after a fortnight of sleeping for 17 hours a day, and I'm not joking. I just crashed. Everything was just a black canvas. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened, of course I do. Of course I do. But I've just been trying to recover, and it's not easy. It's not easy to get back to a place where you felt fulfilled and happy, and you know, and you were in control of your destiny. You felt everything was just perfect, and that's life, isn't it, for a lot of people though? But I don't say it's life for a lot of people. It probably seems to be me who gets the rug pulled from underneath them. It happens too often. It happens when I least expect it, and I suffer from it very, very badly. I do. I don't know. They'd say you get stronger by every emotional upset. That's maybe true, but it doesn't lessen the impact of what's happened. All it does, it gives you a little bit more strength to cope with it. That's all that happens. I don't care what anyone says. It's, you know, it's like bereavement. I can't say just because I've experienced one death that the next death is not going to impact you. It's not the case. But anyway, these blogs that I do are they're quite a jumbled mixture, aren't they? But I just wanted to be me, and if people don't want to listen to me, then too bad. But I feel quite content here now, lying in the middle of nowhere and in my car. It's a very strange place to be on a Monday night. As I said, it's the 1st of August. A white rabbit day. I still say that, you know. White rabbit, white rabbit, white rabbit. I don't know where it comes from, but I think it's kind of praise of the first of the month. There's a lot of stupid things that I seem to have picked up in my life that I still use. Yeah, so the 1st of August, it's down in the Perthshire. It's going to be dark by 9 o'clock in a couple of weeks. 9 o'clock in the evening. Well, not dark, but it'll certainly be well past sundown. And then it just fizzes round, and we get to September, the autumn equinox, and it's another 6 months before you can. Well, you can't look at life like that, but you understand it's like you've suddenly gone from 4 or 5 hours of darkness to almost well, it gets to the stage where the equinox obviously is 12 hours light, 12 hours dark, and it reduces until December 21st, and then you've got hardly any light at all in the day. So try to get out. The lack of daylight is a big problem for me, and I mentioned it previously, but it does work. I don't know, it just makes me feel a bit down. I try and get out right enough, but it's not the same. It's dark. And that's why I feel that the summer's been taken away from me for some. I just didn't have any energy, didn't have any motivation or feeling for going and doing anything or getting on in life. I just crashed. But there we are. Yeah, so it's quite an eventful drive. It's there wasn't any traffic in front of me or behind me for 44 miles. like going the same direction. I kept meeting cars coming from the opposite direction. I tell a lie, there was 2 cars just in the last 3 miles, and I pulled in a passing place to let them by because I thought they were local and they knew the road better than me. But I just, honestly, I can't believe that I actually walked all that way. And yeah, there was parts that I became familiar with because I thought, well, when I get up the top of this hill, I'm going to see this outstretch of water, and that was, so a good memory. Couldn't see much with the pissing rain and the cloud and the fog, but there we go.